Here's why not every restaurant should do catering. Now, for those of you who are business minded, you might be thinking, if you own a restaurant, you've already got the kitchen, you've already got the ingredients, you've already got the skilled team. Why not go into catering? But the fact is, so many restaurants do. Some do it very well, and others tend to burn out and die. And I'll tell you why. Catering unto itself is a separate business. Yes, it may seem easier because you have no fixed cost. You can use vans instead of a restaurant, and you have the kitchen. But whole other game. Now you got to compete on price because your restaurant itself isn't the experience; it's the food that you give. And I'd argue so many restaurants do food incredibly well, but the price becomes the most important thing. And once you start competing on price and not on experience, it becomes a very cutthroat business, and only few survive because you then need to have a huge kitchen full of staff to then make that marginal cost work. Second thing is, now you're not focused on making the restaurant work. Now you've got whole other inquiries coming through for catering. Can you supply my wedding? Can you do X, Y, and Z corporate event? It only works when you have a whole other sales team working on getting leads in, working on converting leads, working on getting the operations out to the event itself. If you're just trying to run it as a restaurant with basically a kitchen that can make food, you might as well do better going into ghost takeaways or takeaways itself. Here's where it does make sense. If you have an institution, I'm talking a Spice Village, I'm talking the Tayyabs, I'm talking like a Dawah, where you've been in business 20, 30 years and people come to you wanting catering, that's good because then you've got your leads sorted. People are coming to you, and if you can then get that delivery out, you sort that business. But the truth is, so many restaurants don't get to that stage. So before you even look at doing catering, whether it's for events, hospitality, whatever, make sure your restaurant is running tickety-boo, because that for itself is basically the sales process for your events. And personally, with a restaurant like Paro in the heart of Covent Garden, you're going to do far better off just focusing on the restaurant experience as opposed to doing catering 30, 40 miles out in the middle of nowhere.